because if it's second-degree murder, they have to determine if these injuries were bad enough that this defendant can say, I was fearing for my life. I thought I was going to die. I had no other option, Piers. I had to shoot him. Well, the prosecutors have said those injuries were kind of minor, really, not even much to show. Yeah, it was a bit of blood, but the scalp bleeds a lot. These weren't intense injuries. Now listen to Dr. Vincent DeMaio about just what it's like when you get your bell rung.
You know, you fall and you hit your head, and you can get a mild concussion. You don't lose consciousness. You just appear stunned. I know this is not a medical term, but it's like stunning goes to concussion, goes to getting worse. I think the best thing is stunned.
So, look, Piers, that's critical, because if George Zimmerman had his head banged around, and this witness said up to 6 times, he also testified, even if it doesn't show on the outside, the injury and the stunning impression that can be actually experienced by the victim who's getting his bell rung could lead you to actually fear for your life, even though it might not show it in the photos afterwards.
No, he was obviously very effective for the defence, but the prosecution got into him as well. Under cross-examination, Dr. DeMaio admitted he didn't know how the fight had started, and that in itself could be really important too. Who threw that first punch?
Look, that's a huge deal. We have had weeks of testimony. We've had arguments. We've had, what I like to call the molecular smoking gun, with experts coming on right down to the DNA as to who touched what and when. But when it comes right down to it, what this jury may have to determine is who threw that first punch, and did anyone cry uncle? Because if you do throw the first punch, Piers, and then you find you're on the losing end of a fight and you cry uncle and you're trying to get away, things change. All of a sudden, you do have a right to defend yourself.